Felix Pire is an award-winning stage actor, puppeteer, writer, producer, director, and more. In part 2 of the Swazzle Lunch Break, Sean talked to Felix about his YouTube channel, Los Títeres TV, and the Puppet Films Facebook group. But Sean started the conversation off by asking Felix how someone can build a long-term career and stay relevant in the arts.
I think it has to do with what your goal is and what your point of view is. And that means, why do you do this? It goes to the core of why are you a performer? Why are you a storyteller? And then if you can answer that question, and that question may be the answer to, am I going to stick to it for an entire career? Right. You know, I didn't come out to LA personally to be here just until next pilot season. I came out to LA for I wanted a career in film and television. I've always wanted it. So right. First of all, it's that thing of like, what you envision, you manifest. Mm-hmm. You know, so if you really want whatever, you'll just keep making connections in that direction, and there's 6 degrees of separation, and eventually, you know, you reach those things. But there are times when you're stuck on the freeway going to an audition, and you're like, what am I doing this? And you can't remember the lines, and you're like, oh, geez. And, you know, so there are times like that, and that's when you remember. And so one of the things that I find very interesting, and I teach at UCLA, is that ritual, religion, and theater are inextricably intertwined. Mm-hmm. And that is because all of that leads people to catharsis. Mm. Okay? Acting is really not the selfish thing that they sell you on television that it is. Mm-hmm. It's really a very generous thing that you're doing, because you're telling a story, and that is helping other people achieve catharsis and purge their emotions, either laugh, ha 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 ha, or cry. Okay, so in that sense, the actor is quote unquote holy. So there's a holy aspect, and that is what I remind myself, that I am an actor. I've had the fortune in this career for a reason, that I'm an artist most of all, and that what that means is that I'm here to tell stories, and especially because that's my inkling. I kind of want to do that. That's how I feel, like what I feel that I should be doing. So in my telling stories, I realize, hey, I get fortunate at this. I must be doing the right thing. And I find that people connect with me, and they do purge their emotions. And I know that it's a holy thing to hold people's attention. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't think that by those long movies that Hollywood's been shoveling out. But really, people's attention is something delicate. And especially in the theater, you can't fool with that. You have to, either you're good or people will tune out, you know? So, so the idea that what I do serves a higher purpose is important to me. And when you ask me, what do you have in a long-term career? And my answer to you is that I'm in this career because it is my calling. So I'm fulfilling my larger purpose of my calling. Right. You know, now that I achieve fame, terrific. That I don't achieve fame, terrific. Mm-hmm. I'm just interested in being on that silver screen, telling, being part of the story being told. That's my interest. And whether it goes up or it goes down, in the course of life, I've realized, don't get too high up and don't go too far down. You know, stay somewhere level in the middle, because nothing is oh so great that makes you so wonderful, and nothing is oh so bad that makes you so terrible. Right. You navigate. So
you've done so many things. Where do you see yourself? What's the next what's the next step for you? Where do we see Felix Pire in 10 years?
On a sitcom. You know, I'm great with doing some television. I'm great with you know, we'll see what the universe wants to bring to me. I'm welcoming that. I'd like to get back to performing on television as an actor. Mm-hmm. And I grew out this beard for that reason. I want to do things with this look. You know, I have all sorts of different looks in films, and I don't have this one yet. I just think I want to continue to explore, both as an actor and as a puppeteer too. I want to just continue to explore my voice, literally and figuratively. And I think I'm going to continue to create webisodes for Los Títeres, my puppet show. It's still fun. Those characters are still exciting. Oh, I've been trying to sell them as a TV show.
Right.
So I'm calling it the Senor Loco Show.
Yeah.
And I've been going out and pitching around town, pitching the show.
I mean, for people who haven't seen your YouTube channel, they should check it out. It's endlessly entertaining, and I just feel like some streamer or someone needs to put that show out there, because it's the characters, it's, you know,
who has a talking marijuana plant. I mean, come on. You know, I mean, there's some original characters, not to mention it's a Latinx show.
Right.
Yeah, the characters are a delight. And I'm still into them. I think so much can be done with them. I've written all sorts of stuff for their world. And so I'm going to continue to evolve that property, that IP, as they say.
So Felix and I are big fans of Star Trek, and we go on these long, almost podcast conversations about it. So one of my hopes for you in the future is I want to see you on an episode of Star Trek.
Oh,
put it out there. You could be a Vulcan. You could be a captain.
Absolutely.
Come on.
I've already begged my friend Anthony Rapp, who's on the new series Discovery, and I told him, I said, Anthony, you know, the people on Star Trek always end up directing episodes. So when they get you to direct, I better at least be your third spear carrier to the right with one line. You know, give me something here.
I see you as a Romulan. I have.
Oh yes, of course. Any of those things. I'm poised. I'm poised. I'm leaning forward. I'm perched.
Yeah, let's get some pointy ears on you and get you on the. I just see it. Anyway.
Thank you. From your lips to God's ears.
How do people follow you if they're interested in everything that you're doing?
Well, I'm on everything at Felix Pire. So just under my name, Felix Pire, at Felix Pire. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. You can even friend me on Facebook. You can certainly join the Puppet Films group on Facebook.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that a little bit before we go. So the Puppet Films group, anyone can join on Facebook. Tell everyone a little bit about that and what it is, because I think it's a great resource.
The Puppet Films group is sort of like a stream of puppet films exclusively that I curate. And I make sure that there's stuff there about like training you up, stuff about creating your own show, because a lot of times I'll watch stuff like this, and mostly what people are interested in, how do I do this, you know? Sure. So I do put a lot of stuff there. I do a lot of stuff about puppeteering because I watch some of the stuff that goes out, and you know, the lip sync is not really together. And so I put stuff that teaches lip sync. There's a great Sesame Street video that talks about how the puppeteers do what they do. And so I put that up there. So I put all the latest things. I put Barbarian and the Troll, which is now a new show on Nickelodeon.
But it's funny because that sort of points to the community of puppeteers. That's one that I'm not sure if people fully understand, whether it's through the film group that you do, or these sort of Instagram chats, or just the one-on-one conversations, that the puppet world is really small and everyone sort of knows each other. The ideal situation is everyone is kind of supporting each other, lifting each other up. You know,
I find that's true. I find that's true much more than in the acting world.
Sure.
Because there's a lot more competition, obviously, in the acting world. But in the puppet world, everybody really does step up to support and help and open doors and answer questions. Anybody I've ever asked about puppet stuff that's like a puppet person has always been very helpful. I'm glad to help. Absolutely. Including Kevin Clash met with me one time. I talked to him about my show and other things. He met me many years ago when he gave me that tour at Dinosaurs at the Jim Henson Company. So, you know, I've met him several times. So people are accessible. They're around.
And what's your YouTube link? How can people find Los Títeres on YouTube?
Los Títeres is easy. LOSTITERES TV, because I originally thought of it as a TV show. So, and still, Los Títeres means the puppets in Spanish. So if you're wondering how to spell it, títere is puppet, and that's plural, Los Títeres TV. And to this day, it's the only show that I've seen that has puppets that's bilingual, that's on the web. Except maybe, I guess, snippets of Sesame Street. But even Sesame Street, they're all like in one language.
Well, I would definitely say that your show plays to a different crowd than Sesame Street.
Yeah, it's a little bit
Yanker audience than.
Yeah, it's more the Crank Yanker audience to drop a name of something awesome you guys do.
Oh, thanks.
I love it.
Thanks for joining us, Felix. I hope to see you soon. Hopefully on a set someday, without masks. That'll be nice.
Oh, that will be nice.
And I look forward to seeing you on season 4 of Star Trek Discovery.
Oh, from your lips to the Spock in the sky.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the Swazzle Lunch Break.